The art of deep listening, beyond words. Extended summary. Imagine for a moment the way most people listen. Often, when someone speaks, we are half present. Part of our mind is preparing a response, another part is distracted, and only a fraction of our attention is actually on the speaker. This type of listening is common, but it is shallow. Deep listening is very different. It is an art, a practice, and a gift. It goes beyond hearing words and touches the deeper dimensions of presence, emotion, and meaning. When we engage in deep listening, we are not just processing language. We are listening with our full being. With our ears, with our mind, with our heart, and with our intuition. 1. The essence of deep listening. At its core, deep listening is about creating space. It is about setting aside distractions, judgments, and the urge to interrupt, so that we can meet another human being fully, in their truth. Unlike casual listening, deep listening is not about waiting for our turn to speak. It is about allowing the other person to feel truly heard, understood, and valued. This practice reminds us that listening is not passive. It is an active choice. To listen deeply is to offer attention as a gift, one of the rarest and most powerful gifts we can give in today's noisy world. 2. Listening beyond words. Words are only one layer of communication. Beneath them lie feelings, unspoken needs, subtle intentions, and silences that carry profound meaning. Deep listening requires us to hear not just what is said, but also what is left unsaid. A sigh, a pause, a change in tone. These are all part of the language of the heart. Sometimes silence itself speaks more loudly than words. In this way, deep listening becomes an exploration. It is a way of tuning in not just to speech, but to the whole human being before us. 3. The 4 layers of listening. To practice deep listening, we can think of it as moving through layers. Content, the literal words and information being spoken. Emotion, the feelings and moods carried through tone, volume, and rhythm. Intention, the deeper why behind the words. What does this person truly need? Silence, what is not expressed, but still present in the space between words. True listening is layered. It asks us not to stop at the surface, but to listen with sensitivity to all these dimensions. 4. Presence. The foundation of listening. Presence is the heart of deep listening. To be present is to give someone our full attention, not divided, not distracted, but whole. It means putting away the phone, quieting the inner chatter, and offering our awareness like a mirror. When we are fully present, the person speaking feels it. They sense our openness, our patience, and our willingness to receive them as they are. Presence builds trust, and trust allows people to speak their truth more deeply. 5. Listening as empathy and healing. Deep listening is inseparable from empathy. It is not about analyzing or fixing. It is about joining someone in their experience. When we listen with empathy, we step into another person's world, even if just for a moment. Sometimes, the simple act of being deeply listened to is more healing than any advice. It dissolves loneliness, validates emotions, and restores dignity. In conflicts, it allows tension to soften because people feel seen rather than judged. 6. The practice of deep listening. Like any art, deep listening must be cultivated. The book emphasizes practices such as pausing before reacting, resisting the urge to interrupt or rush, reflecting back, paraphrasing or summarizing to show we truly understood, asking open-ended questions, inviting the speaker to go deeper, honoring silence, not filling every gap with words, but letting space breathe, practicing empathy, sensing the emotional truth beneath the words, letting go of judgment, receiving the speaker without labeling or correcting. Over time, these practices strengthen our capacity to listen not just with our ears, but with our entire presence. 7. The transformational power of deep listening. When we practice deep listening, something remarkable happens. Conversations shift from surface-level exchanges to authentic connections. Misunderstandings dissolve. Conflicts become opportunities for reconciliation. Relationships grow stronger because they are built on trust and genuine understanding. Deep listening also transforms the listener. It cultivates patience, humility, and compassion. It trains us to move beyond ego and to be more present in every moment of life. In many traditions, listening is considered a spiritual practice. To listen deeply is to connect not only with others, but also with ourselves, and even with the silence of life itself. Final reflection on the art of deep listening. Beyond Words teaches that listening is more than a skill. It is a way of being. It asks us to move past the noise of our minds and to enter into genuine presence with another. In doing so, we bridge the gap between human beings, not with arguments or solutions, but with the simple, profound act of hearing each other fully. When we listen deeply, we move beyond words and touch the heart of what it means to be human.